Welcome to the next video, container foundations and placement. My good friend Connie and I am positioning where we're going to be putting the foundations, just 4 of them, some of the tools of the trade on each corner. I'd actually written my own lease which stipulated no big holes to be dug and no large concrete to be cast, etc. Try and keep the impact as minimal as possible for a project like this. It's the other reason why this is a single container is so that I can always sort of pack up and move, sort of gypsy style. There's never an excuse not to go and visit the dogs next door. So yeah, this is pretty much ready. We just needed to improve the access. So this rainwater tank, well actually there were 2, it belongs to the farmer. They're at the high end of the site. And this was the big day where we had to go and collect these concrete stormwater pipes, probably about 200 kgs each, and take them along my little baby trailer to the site. We then cut them in half and sort of dug out some shallow pits at each of the 4 corners and positioned them like such. Of course, keeping them as level as possible and as square as possible is vitally important. We just compacted some earth and some bricks, and this is my guys just doing final adjustments before the concrete, or as we call it here in South Africa, dagga, gets placed on top. End of another hard day's work for us. And then I just came out on a regular basis just to wet the tops, just to prevent it from drying out too quickly and cracking along the top. And this is where you can really appreciate Africa. Look at that sunset, absolutely beautiful. And so I was ready for a few weeks later, a couple of days in fact, and the next truck arrived. If you recall from the previous video where we had to leave the container outside, just positioned on the grass, I needed to get a second truck, which as you can see has got the crane at the rear of the truck, which means I could actually get it in position. But initially I was a bit concerned because there was a fair bit of hydraulic fluid which was leaking from this crane. But nonetheless, the very charismatic driver and owner of the company seemed to know what he was doing, and there were no mishaps, which was good. But of course at times, yeah, very worrying. Quite a tight spot. I would certainly recommend to any of you to get a hold of your truck driver first and to come out and have a look and to advise on the best route if your container position is as tight as mine is. So yeah, we had to reposition the truck again and then squeeze past my new landlord's property. So yeah, I was nipping. You can just see this was actually quite tricky because on the other end, 12 meters away, you had to position those feet as well. So it wasn't just these 2, of course, the whole thing, all 4 feet had to drop down at the same time. So yeah, it looks like, well, he's so close, just drop it down. But in fact, it's having to reposition the other 2 feet at the other end. So it was yes, yes, no, yes, yes. And so that is one of the feet at the other end, and yeah, in the end, a really good job, and I was actually quite impressed. And there it is, nestled in the African scrub, which is quite fun, and the lads are really happy. They had never actually done a build like this before. So yeah, just to position myself on the globe, bottom right hand corner there you can see South Africa, and yeah, so we are on the southeast coast where it's sort of semi-tropical. Yeah, if you've enjoyed this video, please subscribe and always comment below. Feel free and